There's a lot of people in here that I want you to meet, and that's why I put you in this room. Networking versus connection, because I think I'm a great networker, but I want to think that I'm an even better connector. How can I help you? Because as I help you get what you need, eventually I'm going to get what I need. Let's build a relationship, and then we'll go make money. It's important for us to make money. You can do all the strategy in the world. That's going to give you examples of what connection did in my world. Have you thought about your business? Have you thought about the way that your team works? Connection multiplies trust, and trust accelerates growth. Guess what? You want to accelerate, you want to multiply, go build relationships and connect with people. All of a sudden, meet someone else that you need in your life that's going to help your business. They happen because of the connections that God had placed in my life. Love people, connect with them, and you never know when God's going to open up a door for us to work together. The big dreams that God placed in your heart that you feel you couldn't do on your own, because they're there for a reason. I never believed that I could do such a big prom like this, because God wants to push that forward through others around you. God might have a vision for you in your heart, and you've been like, I don't know if it's possible, but you're like, man, there's something that I want to do. Yeah, you can't do it on your own. My name is Kimura. If you don't know me, it's nice to meet you. And if I invited you here, I didn't invite you to hear me speak. I invited you to meet. There's a lot of people in here that I want you to meet, and that's why I put you in this room. And yeah, I'm going to speak a little bit, but really I'm going to help demonstrate the power of connection, the superpower actually of connection, which is something that God's really placed on my heart, and really what I try to live out every day, because I believe that the world's better when we're connected, and it really can propel us forward. It transcends, and it also translates into not just business, but into lifelong relationships. And what do we have if we don't have relationships, right? We can have all the business in the world and we're alone. What's that for? So it's so important that we connect and we do it well with relationships. So I want to challenge you today to think a little bit differently about how we go about doing business, because how we do something is how we do everything. And if we think we're just going to do business, we're going to do transactions, that can work. It does work at times. But what really, and I believe is Christ's heart, is that we build relationships that last, that we have transcending relationships that go beyond just the marketplace and just the transaction that we did as a business partner, and we did different things, but the relationship is what really propels us forward. And so I'm excited to share a little bit of my heart on that. But first, this is who I am. Born and raised in Kaneohe. Anyone from 96744? Hey, so I'm a child of God. I'm a husband of 19 years. The next year is going to be 20 years with my bride, Sarah. I'm a girl dad. If you can't see, I have 3 girls, Ava, Lily and Belle, 16, 14, and 13. And I'm a coach connector and helping leaders grow through just intentional connection. And so that's who I am briefly. And I'm just going to work through these slides because basically, as I get through this, we're going to do some exercises that are actually going to force you or have an opportunity to force you to connect with some people here today. Networking versus connection. And I'm not here to down networking and just bastardize the word, because networking is fine. But what I do want to do is push us a little bit further. What if we thought about networking a little bit differently? Because I think I'm a great networker, but I want to think that I'm an even better connector. And if we think about that, here's a couple of differences. So sometimes networking can just be transactional. Hey, I'm going to do this and you do this, and that's great. Through connection, it's relational. And we can still do business, but it's relational as well. And I think that's powerful. And so we start from what can I get? Because I'm like, hey, I got a business card, and hey, what do you do? And maybe we can do some business together. And what can I get from you? To how can I help you? Is that question coming out in your verbiage? Because in my mind, whenever I approach a meeting, I'm not coming to think, what can I get from you? I'm thinking, how can I help you? Because as I help you get what you need, eventually I'm going to get what I need, but I want to help you first. And so connection starts with how can I help you first? And it's not so much about let's make money. It's more about let's build a relationship and then we'll go make money, right? So I'm not saying let's not make money. It's important for us to make money. But what if we start from a place of relationship and connection? So I want to submit that to you, that networking is shaking hands, exchanging business cards, but connection is heart to heart, building trust. So connection opens the doors that strategy alone can't. You can do all the strategy in the world, and then all of a sudden a connection propels you forward. And I have a couple of things I want to share as we go along that's going to give you examples of what connection did in my world, in my business, or in my ventures that I've done. That connection alone was the thing that did it. It wasn't strategy. I can strategize till I'm blue in the face, but connection will propel you further. So I want to encourage you, think about this. Have you thought about your business? Have you thought about the way that your team works? Have you thought about the connections that you're missing that could really take you to the next level? I want to encourage you to think about that. Connection multiplies trust, and trust accelerates growth. So as entrepreneurs, as business owners, we're all about growth. I want to grow. We got to double. We got to hit this KPI. We want to, guess what? You want to accelerate that? Start with connection. Because one, people get to know you and trust you, you can accelerate that way faster than if you had just done it on your own. You multiply, right? You can add, hey, I'm going to add some revenue. Great. You want to multiply? Go build relationships and connect with people. All of a sudden, boom. How did that happen? It's because I knew so-and-so, I knew so-and-so, and we connected, and all of a sudden this thing skyrocketed, not because of anything you necessarily did on your own, but through the connections of other people. That's why in this room, the reason I invited so many people here is because if we get enough people in the room, I know there's going to be connections that are going to take you to the next level where, wow, I met that one person and that person. So I invited you to come here to go meet someone else that you need in your life that's going to help your business, going to help your family, going to help your relationships. And I really believe that there's a lot of business that's going to happen from this, but even more so, friendships and things that are going to be built from that. Connection turns vision into movement. A lot of us are visionaries, at least for me, I'm a visionary. And sometimes I need help pulling that through. How do I get that vision to actually happen? I can't do everything. You can't do everything, but there are people who can, right? You hear the who, not how. Who are the people that are going to help you move that through? It's through connection. As I was like trying to vision this prom and doing different, I'm going to share about this as a case study, but Sage Adams, Sage helped me. Sage, raise your hand. Give it up for Sage. Sage helped me build a full-on CRM landing page, checkout. Like, I don't even know how many pages. I have a vision. I want to do this prom. I want to have my own site to be able to have checkout. I don't know how to do that. Sage, thousands and thousands of dollars. He just, I got you, bro. And he just jumped in and started. That's just the heart of Sage, for one. So get connected to good people because that makes a difference. But man, it multiplied my time because I wasn't over there trying to figure this out. And it would have taken me so many hours to try to figure it out, or so many dollars. Either way, time is money's time. And Sage really helped. So brother, I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. He helped me with that. So I want to give a case study. Some of you don't know, but I have an organization called Fathers with Daughters, FWD. And what we do is we serve, we got some FWD fathers in the house, and we serve girl dads to connect with their daughters at a high level. And I want to give a case study about how connection furthered the mission of Fathers with Daughters. And so I do this Fathers with Daughters prom, and I'm going to take you on a journey of what we did and how that actually worked. So we're going to start with 2021. He was in the house. Paul was in there. If you see his face right there. The story goes, I'd been taking my daughters to prom for a while. I think New Hope had some proms, and I slowly would bring them along. And then all of a sudden, COVID happened. And my daughter said, hey, Dad, we're going to go to prom. I was like, no one's gathering. There's nothing happening. But everyone's on Zoom. What if, my crazy miles, what if we did a Zoom prom? Like, just what would that look like? And so I gathered, I sent out a flyer, I said, hey, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a daddy-daughter Zoom thing and see who comes on the prom. And we had about 40 dads and daughters come through. Again, Paul was in there with his daughter. I said, hey, dress up in your home, decorate with it. And then we did music. It was awesome. We did a daddy-daughter prom. Can we play that? Yeah. And hey, check it out. So that was 2021, right? And it was super cool. It was like a fun little thing. We did this daddy-daughter prom. I was like, that was awesome. God slowly planted a seed in my heart. What more could we do? What is it? And as things started to open up, 2023, Cherished Father-Daughter Prom actually happened here at Inspire. I bugged Pastor Ju, guys, hey, what if we just do one here? We could give me the space. I'll plan it. And this is what it was. We did a father-daughter, 200 dads and daughters came through, and we had just an amazing time. You can watch, I'm going to play some of this so you can get context to some of the stuff that happened. But within this, I didn't do it alone. I had a team. I had people bringing in stuff that I couldn't have brought in. Jordan was a big part of that. Last minute, he brings in like the lighting, and he brings in silverware and bringing in red carpet. Just Chris Lynn's bringing in plates. We had all kinds of people contributing through this thing. And look at it. It was amazing. But it happened because of the connections that God had placed in my life to put something on like this, the connection to Inspire. I wouldn't be able to do it without that connection. And there's so many different things that because of the connections that were made. And I wasn't making these connections like, oh, someday I'm going to run a prom and I'm going to need your help to love people, connect with them. And you never know when God's going to open up a door for us to work together. And so something today, I just wanted to say this, something today, you're going to meet someone, you may not do business but there might be something 2 years from now that you don't even see that opens up a door for you. So don't discount a small little connection that you make today and how it's going to propel you to the future. So I just want you to know that. So then 2024, Inspire grew by leaps and bounds, and we couldn't do it at Inspire anymore because there's just so many people and so many. So we decided to do it at St. Louis Gym. And then Jordan again helped us deck out that place. And we had at that time, then we got connected with Julie and Wes, and they from Above Entertainment, and they helped. And then we put on Father-Daughter Prom at it's called Adore at St. Louis Gym, our MC of the day, Jason. So that went down and it was super fun to be able to do this, and God continues to grow it, right? I'll give you another example. We were like trying to figure out the parking, and we didn't know what the parking was going to look like because St. Louis is not a great parking solution. And we're like, oh, we didn't budget for a valet. So Sage, again, goes, let's go create a valet company. And so he gets his buddy to create a valet company, and we have valet for the night. It was unreal, the connections, because I knew Sage had a buddy, and it's almost like we had valet because Sage decided, hey, let's go create a company and do valet because it's not going to be great for them to walk through the parking structure all the way down. That's just not a great vibe for prom. So we had valet that way. Just the countless testimonies of what connection does is unreal, and what we're able to connect, what we're able to create. So the next one was this past year in June, price list 2025. We had 350 dads and daughters at the convention center. It was unreal. I'll show you some, I have another, yeah. So this is it. So unreal. And the reason I wanted to show that was I wanted to honor Wes and Julie. I'm going to just stand up. So that LED, they're from Above Entertainment. So if you need any services within your events, they're fantastic. But I just wanted to thank you guys because I'll give you a little story. I had inquired through our event planner, hey, what would it look like to do that LED like stage thing? That would be so cool for our prom. And then she got back to me. She said, oh, it's going to be about 15,000. I was like, it's not that cool. I don't think I can afford that. We're good. We'll just do the regular dance floor. It's fine. It's cool, right? And then we show up the day before to start setting up or start getting everything. And I see West guys over there like setting up this LED, and he's, oh, surprise. I was like, what? They surprised us with that LED. Like they covered it pro bono. Unreal. Why don't you give it up again? I was so grateful. And it made the night. Like that dance floor was sick. They were like, what is this? It really just made it so special. And I'm so grateful. And here's the cool thing about it. I don't take credit for it. Actually, I got connected to Wes and Julie from Jessica, who's not here. And I asked her to be here because she knew them. I didn't even know. I knew Jessica from Collective. She invited Wes and a bunch of other vendors to come. And all of a sudden we have this vendor team that's like tops of the industry that I had nothing to do with, but because I knew Jessica knew them. And then all of a sudden these people all knew each other. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like the power of connection. You never know what one connection is going to do. Like the prom looks amazing and it looks really good. And I might look like the face of it, but all of that didn't happen without a huge team behind me of people putting in work and doing all these things because of the connection. God might have a vision for you in your heart and you've been like, I don't know if it's possible. Yeah, it's not possible on your own, but it is possible through connections around you. And so I want to say there might be a dream that you're dreaming of and you haven't even told anyone, but you're like, man, there's something that I want to do. Yeah, you can't do it on your own. But there might be someone in here that can help you propel that vision forward because you connected with them. So don't discount the small dreams that God, or the big dreams that God placed in your heart that you feel you couldn't do on your own, because they're there for a reason. I never believed that I could do such a big prom like this, but it only happens because of all the great team members that I've been able to connect with, where they're just, yeah. And Charles, hey, I want to give it up for Charles, H&L Studios. Charles has been at from the beginning. He's done photo booths year after year for us. The 360 photo booths. I mean, that's amazing that we can provide that level of service. And he's, again, done it pro bono and just blessed us. There's so many connections that happen because people are generous, but also because of good people that we get to connect with. So I'm here to honor some of these people. I'm leaving on Mario, helped me with my logo, FWD. I mean, we did a branding session. Derek connected me tomorrow. All of these things happen because God allows connections to happen when we're intentional. So I want to encourage you today. Connection is your competitive advantage. And so is God, right? So you have God and connection. We got a competitive advantage that other people don't have if we lean into it. If we see it as valuable, that man, there's a way that we can propel forward, because I'm really about dream releasing. So is there a dream inside of you that God's placed in you? Yeah, you can't do it alone, but don't let that dream die, because God wants to push that forward through others around you. And there might be one or two contacts that you just need to make today that all of a sudden, 6 months from now, you're like, guess what? We're doing it. What? Yeah, because helping me do this and helping me do this. I'm like, wow, that's incredible, because you were connected to someone that helped you. And I believe that there's people in this room that you need to connect with, and it's going to build trust within that. So when they get to know you, so when we're going to do some networking exercises soon, let them get to know you a little bit, right? Because it's less transactional. It's less about, oh, this is what I do and this is what I sell, but this is who I am. Because I want to work with people that I trust, that I know, and that are going to come alongside me. But all of a sudden, I can support you as well. A connection builds trust. Trust is everything. Connection also brings loyalty. We've had the same vendors come back for a prom after prom. And it's just, man, there's this loyalty that happens through connection, right? If it's just a transaction, oh, I'll go find another vendor and we'll do this. But the connection builds loyalty. So when you think about your team, when you think about your employees, is there loyalty? Is there turnover? What are you doing to supercharge your connections with your team? Or maybe it's your family or whatever context this works. It creates loyalty. And so when you're thinking through how you're building your team, how you're building your business, how you're building whatever you're building, think through connection because it will bring loyalty for sure. It also fuels legacy. So it's not just what we do in the transaction, what kind of impact can we make because of what we're doing, right? There's a legacy beyond just the transaction of what we're doing. And so for me, I'm doing different things, but I'm in the business of, God, how do we make a huge legacy when we leave because of all the different relationships that we've built and all the impact that we can make? Yeah, money's going to be a part of it, but it's much more than just the transaction and much more than just the dollar amount. There's so much more that comes from connection. And here's some quick 3 habits to become a more connected leader. 1, slow down and see people. If you're genuinely curious about the people you're connecting with, you will find out things that other people wouldn't. It's asking good questions. It's understanding who they are. How can I serve you? And then the better you understand, I'm always like, okay, tell me about what you do. Okay, who's your target market? What are you trying to do? Ooh, you know who? You'd be perfect to talk to this person because I understand what they do. If I don't understand what they do, I can't connect you to anyone because I don't know what you do, right? Oh, they kind of do this thing. It's like a realist. You don't know what they do. You can't connect them to anyone because you don't know what they do. So be genuinely interested and curious about what people do. That will take you far. And then imagine this. You're like, I know that you do this and you're looking for that one connection and then you go connect them. Imagine the value you bring to that person by just connecting them to one person because you took the time to be curious about what is it that they do, what do they need, and how can that expand the world around you. Secondly, be generous. Don't meet to see what you can gain, but meet to see who you can help. And this is one of my favorite, if not one of my favorite verses ever. Proverbs 11:24. The world of the generous get larger and larger. The world of the stingy gets smaller and smaller. I really believe that. If we're generous, our world gets bigger. If we're like, just get mine and stingy with what we have, it just shrinks. And we're wondering why it's not happening because we're just trying to hold on to ours rather than as we're generous, our world just gets larger. So connection is stemmed from generosity. Connection actually comes from how can I help you genuinely? I just want to help you. I've talked to many people in this room. I'm like, what do you need? Like, how can I help you? How can I connect you? Because I really want you to win. Like, I want you to win. And my win is you winning. Does that make sense? So if you make your win them winning, man, the world gets larger because it's all about partnerships, connection. I'm going to do an event with Michelle Kimura coming up for Fathers with Daughters. She's going to do her dream workshop. I want her to win because she has so much value she's going to bring. I don't want to do it alone. I'm going to bring people along and we're going to do this together because I want you to win. When you really think about the world getting bigger, it stems from a heart of generosity. So start there. And then the last one is lead with you, not with status. Lead with you and not status. So connection starts when we drop the mask. Think about this. If you got it all together, no one can help you, right? Oh, I got this and I have this and this and this. They're like, well, I can't help you because you got it all together, right? You don't want to be needy either. Oh, I need all this, I need this, but let's be real. Be connectable. People admire your success, but they connect with you. They want to know you, but you need to be vulnerable enough. As business people, sometimes we want to feel like we have it all together. Yeah, I got it all together, this, and then I can't help you because you have it all together. You have everything you need. But when we're vulnerable and we're able to like transparently say, hey, I'm struggling in this area. I would really like help. I need a connection here. That's being vulnerable. That's saying I don't have it all together. That's saying, look, as much as I'm achieving, I still need help. I still could use help. Then it gives an opportunity for someone to say, hey, I can connect you to this. I can help you. But if you have it all together, they can't help you because you're not allowing them to. So be connectable. Be a person who's vulnerable enough to say, hey, I need help and I could use help here. Great. And there's going to be people come alongside. I could do this for you. I could help you with this. And it's like, thank you. So I think leading with you and not just your status, because we want to show good and hey, check me out. But really, if we're genuine, man, there's so much people can help with and connect you to that's going to propel you forward. So in closing, your competitive advantage is not your strategy, your tech stack, or your scaling system. It's your ability to connect and connect well. Connection can be your superpower. Use it well and watch everything grow. And you've heard this quote, and I love it from John Maxwell. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So in closing, I just want to encourage you, be a connector, be connectable, and go to the person with generosity. Not what can I get from you, not how much business can I get, but really genuinely, how can I help you? You start with that. I promise you, your world will get larger. Your resources will continue to grow. And all of a sudden you're like, well, I can call this person and this person can help me with this. I can help this person because as you become, I feel like I'm an extension of so many of you in this room. Jason with Pacific Business Funding, Dustin with his business. Like, I'm just connecting people. I can't do it all, but I'm like, hey, I know someone that can help you. So I need to know what you do and then I can connect you to, I feel like I'm helping so many people by just connecting people, but I don't have to do everything, which is great because I don't have enough time to do everything, but I definitely know someone who can help you. So let me connect you to that. And so I've probably done that in certain circles for some of you. So at this time, we're going to do a connection time exercise. And so when you came in, you have a name tag, and on your name tag, there is a colored dot. I'm colorblind, so it looks like you guys are all together, but you guys can figure out who you're connected with. And so what we're going to do is I want you guys to get up and connect. And so we're going to skip the home table because you already probably talked to some people on your home table. What I want you to do is get up, look for, there's going to be 6 other people with that same color sticker. You're going to get in a huddle, a circle, and you're going to talk to them. And you're going to share what you do, why you do it, and what's one thing that you could use to connect that could take you further. So why don't you start that now? I will start our timer. Go ahead and connect with the people on your blue dot or whatever dot. So we're going to do this for about 7 minutes. So get in and start connecting, start sharing what you do, how they can help you, and what you're looking for. Navy blue over here, pink over here. What color we got here?
Around 1 by 1.
Yeah, just go around, introduce yourself, why you do, what you're looking for. Okay, cool. I think we're in a group. Go ahead, start introducing yourself, start sharing what you do, why you do it, and what you could use. Okay, let's try to keep each shared about 60 seconds so we can get through everyone, yeah? So if someone's talking too long, you can politely cut them off. All right, 3 or 4 more minutes, so make sure you're getting through everyone to share and connect. All right, we're gonna wrap this portion up so then you can get to one more round because my goal is for you to meet multiple people. And so the next exercise is a little bit smaller in size. And so on your name tag, there's a letter and you're going to go in groups of 3. So find your letter. And then in that group, it's going to be a little bit smaller so you can get a little bit more in depth of who you are, what you do, and what you're looking for. So why don't you go ahead and go find your letter. It's going to be groups of 3. Find your letter, look for your letter. If it's easier, we can start with A, B, C, like just start somewhere, but go find your letter. There's groups of 3. It's all, so if it's lowercase, be with lowercase. If it's uppercase, be with uppercase. All right. So I know we can talk for days. Here's your homework. Everyone listen up. Here's your homework, okay? I want you to connect someone, at least 2 people that you've met with a solution they need, whether that you can help them with that solution or you know someone who can help them with that solution. So in your circles, you should have shared what do you need, right? If you haven't, make sure you ask that. Hopefully you're exchanging information. But if someone's like, hey, I need a finance guy, cool, I can connect you, right? Your homework is within the next 24 hours, I need you to send 2 connecting texts to someone. Or if you're the solution, great, you're the solution for them. But everyone in this room, if everyone can send 2 connecting texts to someone for someone you met that you know could be helped, right? Oh, I thought I heard what you need. I'm going to connect you to. This is the intentional practice of connection to see what goes from there and then do a follow-up. So this is the surface. What I hope for, so 2 connections and then schedule 2 follow-ups. So I want you to say, hey, let's go grab coffee. And someone you don't know, someone that you want to connect, 2 coffees or lunches and 2 connections to people that you can help them with their solution, right? That's the homework. That's what you're going to do. And then there is a back end thing that I think, Kern, we're supposed to do for Collective that I want to make sure we get through. But that's your homework. Make 2 connections to someone who needs a solution. And the second thing is ask people out. Do 2 coffees or lunches with someone you want to connect with. And again, start with what do you do? How can I help you? What is it that you do? Rather than, hey, let's do business together. Let's whatever. Business will come. Make the connection, build relationships. That's where it starts.